Most guys think that grooming is just a haircut and some cologne. Bro, it's way deeper than that. That's why in this video, I'm gonna show you every single grooming rule explained from head to toe, so you can now feel cleaner, look better, and stand out from the 99% of men who are getting it wrong. Let's start at the top with the head. Rule 1, know your hair type. 99% of men, they don't even know what their hair type is, which is crazy. It's the reason you can never style your hair properly. To start, you're gonna rip out a strand of your hair and you're gonna drop it in a glass of water. If it floats, congrats. This means your hair has low porosity, which is the healthiest type of hair. It doesn't absorb product easily, which means you need something light, like a sea salt spray. If it just sits in the middle, that means you have medium porosity and you should use something like a clay or a pomade. That's the sweet spot. But if it sinks to the bottom, that's high porosity. That means hair damage, probably from heat or from overwashing. You need to start using protein-rich hair masks as soon as possible. Now, whatever product you use, I recommend you lock in your hairstyle with a cold shot from a hair dryer. And no, you don't need an expensive $500 Dyson hair dryer to do it. As a matter of fact, the Fanttik H10 Apex, you can find it on Amazon. It has higher airflow than Dyson. It looks like something straight out of the future with its HD display and real-time temperature data. It is also 1/10 of the cost. The Dyson costs you $500. You can get this for $50 on Amazon. And now you got a hair dryer for any hairstyle. Rule number 2, choose the right products for your scalp type. If you never wake up with a good hair day, it means you don't know your scalp type and you're using the wrong products for your hair. And look, if you're the type of guy that creates snowflakes every time you scratch your hair, or you're always walking around with greasy hair, here's what you're gonna do to find your scalp type. First, I want you to step in the shower and shower with water only. Then you're gonna step out and dry your hair. You can use a good hair dryer like the Fanttik H10 that I just showed you. This one has sonic dry technology that will cut down your drying time by 80%. Once dried, you're gonna scratch your scalp with your nail and then check the residue. If it feels greasy and you have a light film on your nail, you have an oily scalp, which means you should use a shampoo with sulfates to cut down on the oil. If you scratch and you notice little white flakes fall out, you need to switch to a sulfate-free shampoo and start using light scalp oils to rehydrate your scalp. And if you scratch and you see nothing, that is the best case scenario. You have a healthy, normal scalp and you should stick to mild shampoos. Look, when it comes to your hair and your scalp, you always need the best. And if you want great hairstyles, there's only one hair dryer in the market I recommend, Fanttik. It is the best one in the market. It's not even close, even when you compare it to Dyson, which is a $500 air dryer. With Fanttik, you can click the link in the description, select the Amazon coupon, and then use my code Fashion06 and you're gonna get 50% off. Leaving this is around $69. Bro, it's not even close. Click down low. Now let's move on to grooming rules for your face. Tip 3, fix acne scars with bone broth. If you wanna fix acne scars properly, you need to understand that these scars come from underneath the skin, where your collagen fibers are damaged. You need something that works from inside out. Bone broth. But not just bone broth. It needs to be bone broth on an empty stomach. I want you to start with 1 cup serving of warm bone broth, but only after fasting for 18 hours. Doing this triggers something called autophagy, a biological process where your body clears out damaged cells and regenerates new, healthy ones. And bone broth, it boosts collagen production during this exact process. So I want you to do this 4 days in a row, bone broth after an 18-hour fast, and you're gonna start seeing your acne scars disappear. Rule 4, use green tomatoes for perfect skin. If your nose has a lot of bumps and dots that look like this, or your skin has large pores, use green tomatoes to fix it. You see, most people think a basic cleanser is enough, but what you're really doing is barely cleaning the surface. You need to go deeper into the pores. And this is why this is a Korean secret I recommend to everyone, using a green tomato mask. And here's what you'll need. 1 green tomato, 1 teaspoon of bentonite clay, and 1 teaspoon of aloe vera. To make it, you're gonna blend the tomato into a pulp. Then in a small bowl, you're gonna mix 1 tablespoon of that pulp tomato, the teaspoon of the clay, and the teaspoon of the aloe vera, and mix it together until it's a paste. Then you're gonna apply it to a clean, dry face and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Once over, before you wash off, I want you to add a little bit of water and gently lather it all over your face and head to cleanse all your pores before rinsing off. As you do this, the green tomato, it's a gentle exfoliant with brightening acids. The clay pulls out all the oil and impurities from inside your pores. The aloe vera reduces irritation and hydrates the skin. All three together, you have the ultimate face mask. Now we move down on the body to your oral care rules. Rule number 5, change the way you smile. This is the most attractive way that you can smile at a woman, according to science. In this study, published in the American Journal of Orthodontics, they found something wild. When women rated faces for attractiveness, 49% of a man's appeal came from their smile. Now, these are the 4 most common types of smiles you probably use, and one of them is the best one of all. First, you got the shy smile. Your lips are closed, no teeth is showing. This one ranks the lowest on attractiveness. Then you have the normal smile. Some people call it the grimace. This is when you show all your teeth, both your upper and your lower teeth. It's not bad, but it wasn't rated the best. The best one is the 4th smile, called the high smile. This one is the winner. This is when you just show your full upper teeth and none of your lower teeth. Now, if you don't smile this way, I got you. Here's a trick to train yourself to naturally always use the high smile. I want you to place the tip of your tongue right on the roof of your mouth, right behind your front teeth, and then say the word money. This will raise your cheekbones, expose your upper teeth, and add wrinkles around your eyes, giving you the most attractive smile possible for your face. This is the most attractive way that you can smile for your face type. Rule 6, don't brush your teeth side to side. You gotta understand that brushing your teeth is not enough because most of your bad breath starts behind your molars and inside the bottom of your front teeth. Those 2 spots, that's exactly where food gets trapped and plaque starts to build up. And when that rots, brushing your teeth is not enough. People will smell that putrid breath. So here's how you're gonna clean your teeth like a pro. First, grab your toothbrush and use small vertical sweeps at a 45-degree angle against your gum line. Do not go side to side. Now, here's the trick that'll kill all your bad breath. You're going to tongue scrape with a spoon. Before you rinse out all the toothpaste that's in your mouth and covering your tongue, grab a spoon, start from the back of your tongue, and drag it forward 2 to 3 times to remove all that white gum, which is causing your bad breath. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving on. Now we're gonna move on to our neck and beard rules. I'm going over every grooming rule explained all the way to your toes. Bro, I want you to be different. Takes us to rule 7. Always have a sharp beard. And here is how to line up your beard correctly. You only gotta follow one rule with your beard. Your beard line should never touch your Adam's apple. So to get your beard line correctly, you're going to push your head back and find where your neck folds into that little soft zone, right under your jaw, right where your double chin would start. That now becomes your new lower boundary line. Once you have that line, just imagine a curved line that follows it all along your jawline. That is now your new lower outline. Everything below, cut it off. Rule 8, don't shape your brows, just define them. Your eyebrows, they're your most attractive facial feature if you define them correctly. I want you to start by brushing your eyebrows upwards with a brush or even a toothbrush. Next, you will grab a pair of scissors and trim out any long hairs that stick above your natural brow line. Then you're gonna tweeze the center. There should be no hair there. And finally, never touch the bottom arc. That's the area that defines your eyebrow structure, and if you touch it, you'll ruin your eyebrows. Now, let's move on to body grooming rules. Rule 9, learn to wash your groin. If your dad didn't teach you ball hygiene, this rule is for you. Most dudes, they make 2 critical mistakes here. 1, they use regular body wash. And 2, they don't dry the area properly after each shower. So here's how you're gonna fix it. First, you're gonna swap out your heavily scented body wash for an unscented, pH-balanced cleanser. The skin around your groin, it's thin and sensitive. Harsh chemicals cause micro tears on this skin, which your bacteria loves. Then when you wash down there, you gotta be thorough but gentle. Don't use a loofah or a scrubber. You wanna use your hands or a soft cloth and then rinse well. Then you have to pat dry completely every corner. If these areas stay damp, this is why you have a bad odor or can cause infection. Finally, this is optional but elite. Finish off with a ball powder. Rule number 10, stop sweating naturally. I'm gonna show you how to stop sweating at school naturally in 2 simple steps. First, you will use clinical strength antiperspirant. Deodorant, it just masks the smell. Antiperspirant is what stops the sweat. But here's the secret most guys don't know. You have to apply your antiperspirant at night, not in the morning. That is when your body is cooler and the active ingredients can actually block the sweat glands. Second, if you always got sweaty palms before a presentation or you get nervous talking to a girl, use hand sanitizer. Every classroom has it, but one quick rub and the alcohol will evaporate all the moisture in your hands, keeping them dry all day. And boys, we made it all the way to the bottom. Feet rules for grooming. Which takes us to rule number 11. Fix your cracked feet. If your feet look like this or like this, you need this 24-hour foot grooming routine. And you can get overnight results using two things you probably already have in your bathroom if you listen to your boy: Panoxyl and Vaseline. Here's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna start by scrubbing your feet with Panoxyl. I've recommended this before because it's great for fighting acne, but the same bacteria-killing ingredients in this product are great to kill bacteria that causes bad odors that are on your feet. Now, once you're done with the shower, here's the key every guy skips. You want to coat your feet with Vaseline to seal in the hydration from your shower. Then, I want you to put on a pair of socks. I know, it's uncomfortable to sleep with socks, but trust me, go to sleep with them. The next day, when you take those socks off, I promise you, your cracked feet will be gone and you'll finally have nice feet, bro. You can thank your boy later. And now we move to the most important grooming rule of all, a rule that covers all of your body. Rule 12. Start spraying your cologne in 3 steps. I'm gonna show you how to properly apply cologne the right way. Most guys do one of two things. They either spray way too much or they spray in the wrong areas, which is why it never lasts. Here is the right way so it lasts all day. First step, you're going to moisturize your skin. Dry skin absorbs the fragrance, which is why you can't smell it throughout the day. But when your skin's moisturized, the fragrance sits on top of your skin for longer. Your second step, do not spray your clothing. Fabric muffles the scent. It doesn't expand as much. Instead, look for your pulse points. This is where your veins run close to the skin, and that area is naturally warmer on your body. You warm up the fragrance, which expands it. And step 3, you're gonna do 5 sprays. 1 on each wrist, 1 on your neck, and 1 behind your ear. That's 5 targeted sprays in your pulse point. You now know every targeted grooming rule that actually matters. You're not only gonna feel cleaner, you're gonna look better, sharper, elevated, next level.